قدرت‌های خارق‌العاده و غیره توصیه شده است. بر اساس دیدگاه آنها باکتی یا خدمت عاشقانه و عابدانه به خداوند برای کسانی منظور شده است که قادر به انجام فعالیت‌های سطح بالاتر نیستند، یعنی برای شودراها، وایشیاها و طبقه کمخرد زنان. اما این امر حقیقت ندارد. آیین باکتی بالاترین در میان تمام اعمال روحانی است و بدین جهت همزمان سهل و والاست. اعلا و والاست برای عابدان پاک و خالصی که برای برقراری رابطه با خداوند متعال جدی هستند و سهل است برای مبتدیانی که فقط در آستانه خانه باکتی قرار دارند. ارتباط با شخصیت اعلای پروردگار شری کریشنا علم بزرگی محسوب می شود و راه آن برای تمام موجودات زنده شامل شودراها، وایشیاها، زنان و حتی کسانی که از شودراهای مرتبه فروتر هستند گشوده است، چه برسد به اشخاص ارتقا یافته‌ای چون برهمناهای شایسته و پادشاهان خودشناخته بزرگ. اعمال سطح بالای دیگر یعنی قربانی، صدقه، ریاضت و غیره همگی عوامل فرعی ذیل آیین خالص و علمی باکتی هستند. Okay, finished.
Next paragraph. The principle of knowledge and detachment are two important factors on the path of transcendental realization. The whole spiritual process leads to perfect knowledge of anything material and spiritual. The results of such perfect knowledge are that one becomes detached from material affection and becomes attached to spiritual activity. Becoming detached from material things does not mean becoming inert altogether, as men with a poor fund of knowledge think. Nice karma means not undertaking activities that will produce good or bad effects. Negation does not mean negation of the positive. Negation of the non-essentials does not mean negation of the essential. Similarly, detachment from material forms does not mean nullifying the positive form. The bhakti cult is meant for realization of the positive form. When the positive form is realized, the negative forms are automatically eliminated. Therefore, with the development of the bhakti cult, with the application of positive service to the positive form, one naturally becomes detached from inferior things, and he becomes attached to superior things. Similarly, the bhakti cult, being the supermost occupation of the living being, leads him out of the material sense enjoyment. That is a sign of pure devotee. He is not a fool, nor is he engaged in inferior energies, nor does he have material values. This is not possible by dry reasoning. It actually happens by the grace of the Almighty. In conclusion, one who is a pure devotee has all other good qualities, namely knowledge, detachment. But one who has only knowledge or detachment is not necessarily well acquainted with the principles of bhakti. Bhakti is the supermost occupation for the human being. Wow.
اصل دانش و اصل انقطاع دو عامل مهم در راه معرفت روحانی محسوب می شوند. کل روند روحانی به شناخت کامل هر چیز مادی و روحانی منجر می شود و نتایج چنین دانش کاملی این است که انسان از علایق مادی منقطع و به فعالیت‌های روحانی علاقمند می شود. آنگونه که اشخاص جاهل تصور می کنند انقطاع از مادیات به مفهوم سکون کامل و ترک فعالیت نیست. نایشکارما یعنی انجام ندادن اعمالی که نتایج خوب یا بد به بار می آورند. نفی عمل به معنای نفی عمل مثبت نیست. نفی عمل غیر لازم به معنای نفی عمل ضروری نیست. مشابهاً انقطاع از اشکال مادی به معنای نفی اشکال مثبت نیست. آیین باکتی برای معرفت اشکال مثبت منظور شده است. وقتی شکل مثبت درک شود، اشکال منفی خود به خود حذف خواهند شد. بنابراین با پیشرفت در آیین باکتی، با به کار بردن خدمت مثبت برای شکل مثبت، شخص به طور طبیعی از موارد فروتر منقطع و به موارد برتر وابسته می شود. مشابهاً آیین باکتی چون برترین اشتغال برای موجود زنده محسوب می شود، او را به خروج از دایره لذت حواس مادی سوق می دهد. این نشانه عابد پاک و خاص است. عابد پاک و خالص نادان نیست، سرگرم نیروهای فروتر نمی شود و به ارزش‌های مادی وابسته نیست. دستیابی به این دانش فقط به سبب لطف و رحمت قادر متعال رخ می‌دهد، نه از طریق استدلال خشک بی ثمر. چنین نتیجه گیری می‌کنیم که عابد پاک و خالص خداوند تمامی صفات نیکی یعنی دانش، انقطاع و غیره را دارد، اما کسی که فقط صاحب دانش یا انقطاع است نمی‌تواند الزاماً از اصول آیین باکتی نیز کاملا مطلع باشد. باکتی اعلاترین اشتغال برای انسان محسوب می شود. Finished.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadeesa Vandeham Śrī Guru Śrī Yuta Padakamalam Śrī Guru Vaishnavam Cha Śrī Rupam Sadrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabhadutam Parijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Deva Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gora Tveshe Namaha He Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopisha Gopikakanta Radhakanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Krishna. So this is a very nice verse, from a very nice chapter actually.
این یه آیه خیلی زیبا از یه فصل خیلی زیبا از شریماد بھاگواتام هستش.
You can find everything in this chapter, but it just gets expanded and studied more closely through the rest of the Bhagavatam.
شما چیزای خیلی جذاب و زیبا توی این فصل پیدا میکنید که بعداً توی فصول بعدی بسط و گسترش پیدا میکنند.
So I remember when I was at the university, I can't say I was studying, but I was attending. So somehow I decided I should read Bhagavad Gita. I don't even know why I decided that. Where I even heard.
من به یاد میارم زمانی که توی دانشگاه بودم، نمیتونم بگم تو دانشگاه درس میخوندم، تو دانشگاه فقط حضور داشتم. به این نتیجه رسیدم یه موقعی که باید برم بشینم باگاواد گیتا بخونم.
So I went to the bookstore and I looked at a few different Bhagavad Gitas.
رفتم کتاب فروشی و باگاواد گیتاهای مختلف اونجا بودش.
And somehow the Supersoul was protecting me and I decided these are not good translations.
یه جورایی سوپرسول یا همون پاراماتما منو هدایت کرده، اجازه ندادش که من باگاواد گیتای غیر از باگاواد گیتای پراپاد رو بردارم.
So I took another book called How to Know God.
پس من یه کتاب دیگه رو برداشتم به اسمی که چگونه خدا رو بشناسیم.
And that was supposed to be, Patanjali. Yoga.
Sorry? That was...
Patanjali is a famous yoga philosopher,
این در مورد سیستم پاتانجالی یوگا بودش.
So in that book it said Bhakti yoga is for stupid people, it's easy, and, intelligent people, they do all this tapasya and all those things.
توی اون کتاب گفته شده بودش که باکتی یوگا یه چیز خیلی آسونه و آدم‌های خردمند میرن سراغ تاپاسیا و ریاضت کشی.
So I was thinking, I don't want to be a stupid person, I'll do the hard way.
من فکر کردم که تاپاسیا و ریاضت نمیخوام، این خیلی چیز سختیه.
When it's pretty stupid because Bhakti yoga can get you there without so much difficulty.
کردم که باکتی یوگا میتونه منو به اونجا برسونه.
But again, I didn't have a teacher or anything, I didn't really do anything.
اما من معلم نداشتم، کسی رو نداشتم که راهنمایی میکنه که چی کار باید بکنه.
And somehow or other, I was guided to meet devotees. And it's
Somehow or other, what?
guided so I could meet devotees. All right, we're back. Okay, you there?
Okay.
Haribol. Well,
رفتم.
okay. What's happening? Off and on, off and on. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
to tell me so I know you're there. So,
Yes, we are here.
but the more we practice bhakti yoga, we see that we're so much dependent on mercy.
ما هرچی بیشتر بخوایم تمرین کنیم باکتی یوگا رو، این بستگی داره به اون لطفی که داره به ما میشه.
It doesn't depend on, our technical ability to do something or anything like that.
قابلیت‌های فنی خود ما نداره که ما بخوایم باکتی یوگا انجام بدیم.
Like that Brahmin in South India that was trying to read Bhagavad Gita, but he didn't know how to really read very good.
مثل برهمن‌هایی که توی جنوب هند هستن و میخوان باگاواد گیتا بخونن ولی نمیدونن که اون چه شکلی میشه به صورت دقیق و تکنیکال خوند.
But his guru told him you should read the Bhagavad Gita every day. So he tried.
اما گروش اومد بهش گفتش که برو باگاواد گیتا بخون.
And Lord Chaitanya saw
فقط
that.
تلاش کن.
Lord Chaitanya saw he's exhibiting like ecstatic symptoms.
و لورد چیتانیا دیدش که اون داره نشونه‌های شعف رو در خودش نشون میده.
So he was asking him, how is it? You can't read very good, but you can obviously see you're just in ecstasy reading Bhagavad Gita.
لورد چیتانیا ازش پرسید که تو نمیتونی خیلی خوب باگاواد گیتا رو بخونی، خیلی سواد کافی نداری، پس چه شکلی داری اینقدر دچار شعف میشی؟
So he said, when I see this picture that Krishna is driving the chariot for Arjuna, I just overwhelmed with ecstasy.
من جواب فقط من همین عکس رو میبینم که کریشنا داره رانندگی میکنه واسه آرجونا، شعف و شور میشن.
To think that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is serving his devotee, like the driver, it's a servant.
این که کریشنا شخصیت اعلای خداوند داره میادش خدمت به عابدش میکنه و به صورت رانندش ظاهر میشه، منو تو شعف غوطه‌ور میکنه.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picked this man up and was glorifying him that you are the real knower of Bhagavad Gita.
چیتانیا مهاپرابhu این برهمن رو از جاش بلندش کرد و بغلش کرد و بهش گفت که تو داننده کل گیتا هستی.
So he was there in that city for Chaturmasya, and he kept that Brahmana with him all the time.
واسه چاتورماسیا یک ماه از چاتورماسیا چیتانیا مهاپرابhu توی اون شهر باقی موند و این برهمن رو همیشه در کنار
So that just shows.
خودش نگه داشت.
He was not expert, but he was purely devotional. He had love for Krishna.
خیلی متخصص.
So there's many examples like that in the scriptures.
مثالای خیلی زیادی تو این حوزه وجود داره.
Prabhupada sometimes told the story of Narada Muni.
پروپاد بعضی مواقع داستان نارادامونی رو تعریف میکنن.
So he was walking and you saw one Paka Brahman, doing all his yantras and mudras and mudras and, tantras and, everything perfectly.
یه موقعی نارادامونی داشتش یه جایی میرفتش یه برهمن خیلی متخصصی رو دید داشت همه یانتراها و مانتراها و مودراها و همه چی رو داشت رعایت میکرد و انجام میداد.
So he said, "Oh, Narada Muni, where are you going?"
به نارادامونی گفتش که نارادامونی داری کجا میری؟
So Narada said, well, I'm going to Vaikuntha to see Narayana.
نارادامونی گفتش که من دارم میرم به قلمروی نارایان.
He said, oh, can you do one thing for me?
میتونی یه کاری واسه من انجام بدی؟
Ask him when I will get liberated.
بپرسی از نارایان که من کی به رهایی میرسم.
So then he went on further, and there was a cobbler. You know, that's a very low position in society.
رفت جلوتر و به یک پینه دوز رسید.
It's interesting because everybody wants shoes, but they consider the guy who makes the shoes to be untouchable.
همه توی دنیا کفش میخوان، اما کسی که سراغ کفش میره در حقیقت یه آدمی هستش که نجسه، غیر قابل لمسه.
Even in Japan, there's an outcast group. It was traditionally they were the shoemakers.
حتی توی ژاپن شما بیاید ببینید میبینید که آدمایی که کفش درست میکنن خیلی سطح پایینی هستن و بقیه جامعه خیلی دوستشون ندارن.
So he said, Narada, where are you going? Very respectfully.
نارادامونی اومد تو راهش اون رو هم دید.
So he said, oh, Narada, that's wonderful. You know, can you do one thing for me? Ask him when I will get liberated.
اونم از نارادامونی همین سوال رو پرسید. گفتش که از نارایان وقتی میری بپرس که من کی به رهایی میرسم.
So Narada went and he was meeting Narayan.
ناراد رفتش پیش نارایان.
So he said, I met one, yagnik brāhmana, and he asked me when he would be liberated.
گفتش که نارادامونی گفتش که من الان از پیش یک برهمن بزرگ میام یاگی انجام میده. اون میخواست ببینه که کی رها میشه.
So the Lord said, tell him millions of births later.
نارایان گفتش که بهش بگو که 1 میلیون زندگی بعدتر رها خواهی شد.
And you can tell him when you met me what I was doing.
وقتی که تو میبینیش ازت میپرسه که من داشتم چی کار میکردم. نارایان داشت چی کار میکرد.
Tell him that I was putting an elephant through the eye of a needle.
بهش بگو که نارایان داشتش یه فیل رو از سوراخ سوزن رد میکرد.
Now most of us as we get older we can hardly put a thread through the needle.
ما خیلی همون نمیتونیم یه نخ رو از توی سوراخ سوزن رد بکنیم.
So then he said, and also this cobbler, and he was asking the same question.
وقتی به اون پینه دوز رسیدی بهش بگو تو زندگی بعد برمیگردی پیش من.
And he said, yeah, I know that cobbler, and tell him very soon.
به اون کابلر بگو که به اون پینه دوز بگو که کفاش بگو که خیلی زود برمیگردی پیش من.
And tell him the same thing. I'm putting an elephant through the needle eye hole.
و همون چیز مشابه رو بهش بگو که من دارم یه دونه فیل رو از توی سوراخ سوزن ردش میکنم.
So Narada went back and he met the brāhmana.
نارادامونی برگشت و برهمنا رو دیدش، ملاقاتش کرد.
And he said, did you meet Narayan? He said, yes.
ازش پرسید گفت نارایان رو دیدی؟ گفت بله دیدمش.
So what did he tell you? When will I be liberated?
که من کی به رهایی میرسم؟
Narada said, he said millions of births.
1 میلیون ها زندگی بعدتر من خواهی رسم.
So he became very disturbed. He said, Narada, I don't believe you met Narayan. You're just talking.
من اصلا باور ندارم که تو نارایان رو دیده باشی.
I'm such a paka brahman and I do so many yagyas and I do everything perfect.
من برهمن هستم، دارم این همه یاگی انجام میدم، این همه تاپاسیا انجام میدم.
Tell me what the Lord was doing when you met him.
من بگو که نارایان داشتش چی کار میکرد.
So Narada said he was putting an elephant through the needle hole.
نارایان داشتش یه فیل رو از توی سوراخ سوزن عبورش میداد.
Then it's, you're just lying, that's impossible, nobody could do that. And get out of here.
برهمن چیز که دهنش وامونده گفت مگه همچین چیزی ممکنه.
So Narada went and he met the cobbler.
ناردا رفتش اون پیندوز رو دید، کفاش رو دید.
And he said, did you ask him, did you meet Narayan? Did you ask him when I would be liberated?
گفت آیا تو خواهش کردی از نارایان که در حقیقت ببینن که من کی به رهایی میرسم؟
And Narada said, very soon.
ناردا گفتش خیلی زود تو این اتفاق واسه میفته.
So the Brahman was very, very happy. He said, what was my Lord doing? What was he doing?
پیندوز خیلی خوشحال شد و بالا پایین پرید و گفت من خیلی خوشحالم.
So Narada said he was putting an elephant through the needle hole.
ناردا بهش گفتش که خدا داشتش یه فیل رو از تو سوراخ سوزن رد میکرد.
Oh, my Lord, he's so wonderful. He can do anything. It's just amazing. Oh, thank you, Narada. Thank you.
و گفتش که آره خدا خیلی اعجاب انگیزه، میتونه خیلی کارهای اعجاب انگیزی رو انجام بده. ناردا ازت خیلی خیلی متشکرم.
He said, just see the banyan tree, how big this tree is.
اون گفتش که این درخت بانیان به این بزرگی رو میتونی ببینی؟
But the banyan seed is very tiny, very tiny.
دونش خیلی ریزه، اون بذری که واسه درخت هستش خیلی ریزه.
But my Lord, he's put the entire tree into this tiny seed, so it can grow.
از این بذر خیلی ریز این درخت بانیان به این بزرگی متولد شده و بزرگ شده.
Do you have banyan in your country?
Yes, in the south of Iran.
Yeah.
So, بانیان داریم.
He was just so happy. He said, like that, my Lord can do anything. Oh, he's so merciful. He's so great.
بنابراین اون خیلی خوشحال بودش و احساس میکرد که خیلی بخت و اقبال بلندی داره که همچین اتفاقی قرار
that brāhmana, he must have just, that cobbler, he probably just heard brāhmanas speak about, Narayan.
اون پیندوز فقط صحبت‌های برهمنا رو بعدش شنید که در مورد نارایان چی گفته بود.
Because previously, practically only brāhmanas learned how to read, maybe Kshatriyas.
Sorry?
To read the scripture, only brāhmanas were supposed to read the scriptures.
Okay. در گذشته فقط اینجوری بودش که خوندن کتاب‌های مقدس و اینا مختص خود برهمن‌ها بودش، حتی کشاتری‌ها حق خوندن کتاب نداشتن.
Of course, they had Mahabharata and things that was for the lower caste. But so anyway, he was so happy and he could understand that the Lord can do anything.
اون اول از همه مهابهارات رو میخوندن، ولی به هر حال مهم این هستش که اون پیندوز واقعا فهمید که کریشنا میخواد چی کار بکنه.
But the puffed up Brahman, even though he was expert at all the jagyas,
میتونه
he didn't know the Lord at all.
با اینکه اون برهمن صاحب تخصص بودش تو انواع در حقیقت ریاضت ها، اما او در حقیقت
So our progress in bhakti depends so much on just the causeless mercy of the Lord.
بنابراین این پیشرفت ما توی باکتی به اون لطف بی‌دلیل خداوند خیلی ربط داره.
But he appreciates, because we attract his mercy when we try to serve in whatever way we're capable.
لطف رو جذب میکنه که اشتیاق خدمت رو در خودش پرورش بده.
So we have the 9 processes. You can do any one or all or some, but you're offering everything to Krishna.
بنابراین ما 9 روش خدمت عابدانه داریم که شما میتونید یکی یا همشون رو انجام بدید و همه چیز رو به کریشنا تقدیم کنید.
So Brahmati Bhuya Bhagavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasadi Boy Bhakti Lata Bij, Lord Chaitanya said that. The Jiva soul is wandering through different universes, taking different births, demigod, ant, all kinds of
که لورد چیتانیا میفرمایند که موجود زنده در سراسر این یونیورس و جهان تو جاهای مختلف تولد میگیره و چیزهای مختلف رو تجربه میکنه.
But by the mercy of Krishna, he'll find a guru.
اما با لطف کریشنا اون میتونه گرو پیدا بکنه.
It's never accidental when we meet devotees that introduce us to Krishna. That's our first guru.
این تصادفی نیستش که کسی بخواد گرو رو پیدا بکنه. در حقیقت گروه اصلی خود کریشناست، گروه اول.
Some people are very fortunate and, they're born in a family of devotees, or they're introduced, at least the Bhagavad Gita when they're young.
بعضی مواقع در حقیقت ما می‌بینیم که عابدین خوششانس هستن، توی خانواده‌ای به دنیا میان که خانواده عابدین با بھاگوت گیتا آشنا هستن.
By the mercy of Krishna, we get a guru.
با لطف کریشنا ما گرو به دست میاریم.
And then by the mercy of Guru, we get Krishna.
با لطف گرو کریشنا رو پیدا میکنیم.
We need mercy of both.
ما به هر دوی اینها احتیاج داریم.
So, we have so many examples of great acharyas.
مثلا خیلی زیادی از آچاریاهای بزرگمون داریم.
And they very kindly, left so much literature for us, so that we can
در حقیقت متون خیلی زیادی رو گذاشتن.
and we can associate with them by,
بنابراین ما
in the Bhagavatam, we associate with Vyasadeva, and
بنابراین با اونا میتونیم معاشرت بکنیم.
Srila
با
Prabhupada,
بھاگواتام ما با ویاسادیو معاشرت.
Narada Muni, all the different incarnations, and that's how the mood we're reading it for is association, purification.
با نارادمونی میتونیم معاشرت کنیم و تجلیات خداوند و این شکلی با این معاشرت ما وارد مرحله پاکسازی میشیم.
Because there are scholars, they know the book very thoroughly, they know everything, they know many, many slokas, but they have no devotion. They just think it's, an interesting book. It's one group's way of thinking of God. They don't understand even that there is God.
محققای خیلی زیادی هستن که بھاگوت گیتا شریماد بھاگواتام رو میشناسن، حتی خیلی از آیاتش رو حفظن، روش کار کردن، اما هیچ عبودیتی نسبت بهش ندارن. فکر میکنن این یکی از کتابهایی هستش که داره یک نوع شیوه تفکر نسبت به خداوند رو ارائه میده.
So just knowledge by itself is not really very valuable.
اما این دانش که به این شیوه دارن این محققا خیلی ارزش زیادی رو نداره.
But the devotees who practice bhakti, they automatically get knowledge and detachment.
اما عابدی که در حقیقت باکتی رو به دست میاره دانش و انقطاع رو در این صورت همزمان به دست میاره.
Because real knowledge is not just knowing the slokas or knowing how to, do all the mudras and all the different yagyas.
چون دانش واقعی دانستن این یانتراها و مودراها و یاگیهای مختلف نیست.
Some bhakti yogis may do that, that's okay.
بعضی از کسایی که باکتی یوگا رو تمرین میکنن این کار رو انجام میدن، اما این یه چیز دیگه ایه.
Real knowledge means to realize you're eternal servant of Krishna.
Sorry, we don't have very clearly your voice.
Real knowledge means to understand that we're real servants of Krishna. That's our life.
و این زندگی واقعی.
So, like that's what Sanatana Goswami asked, I want to know who I am. He said, I don't know. I'm supposed to be a big scholar and everything, but I don't even know who I am.
درست مثل ساناتانا گوسوامی که وقتی رفت پیش چیتانیا مهاپرابھو گفت میگن که من یه محقق بزرگی هستم ولی من حتی نمیدونم که کی هستم.
So Mahaprabhu gave a sloka which we should all know. It's one of the most easy slokas in the world.
ما یکی از آیات خیلی معروف رو به ساناتانا گوسوامی دادن که همه ما باید اینو حفظ باشیم چون آیه خیلی آسونیه.
You probably know it, but let's everybody can repeat.
شاید همتون بدونید ولی میخواین اینو تکرار کنیم با هم دیگه.
Jivera Swarupoi.
Jivera Swarupoi.
Nityara Krishna Das.
Nityara Krishna Das.
So that's the answer he gave. Who are you? You're eternal servant of Krishna. All jivas.
این پاسخی هستش که چیتانیا مهاپرابھو داد. گفتش که همه خادم کریشنا هستند.
We have our identity in the material world according to what kind of work we do and families. But our real identity, which is always with us no matter what kind of body we're in, is that we're really servants of Krishna. So when one can learn that and then try to serve Krishna, his life becomes perfect.
توی دنیای مادی هر کدوم از ما ممکنه که یک شغل رو داشته باشیم و مبتنی بر اون یه سری القابی رو به خودمون داشته باشیم، اما توی دنیای روحانی همه ما خادم کریشنا هستیم و وقتی که ما تلاش میکنیم که به کریشنا خدمت بکنیم در حقیقت همه چیز برمیگرده در جای خود اصلیش.
And that's bhakti yoga, a yoga of love, the love for Krishna.
این باکتی یوگا هستش، عشق به خداوند، عبودیت به خداوند.
So these dried up scholars, when they see it, a devotee in ecstasy dancing and singing and, or they hear about the ecstatic emotions of the Lord, they just think there's crazy people or stupid people.
وقتی محققا میبینن که عابدین تو خیابون میرقصن و تو شعف هستن و خیلی حال خوبی دارن، فکر میکنن که اینا آدمای احمق و نادانی هستن که دارن این کار از خودشون نشون میدن.
And because many materialists, they exhibit the same kind of emotions, but not for Krishna, for their girlfriend or for their loss of some money or whatever.
چون آدمای مادیگرای خیلی زیادی احساسات مشابهی رو نشون میدن، چه واسه دوست دخترشون، چه واسه شهوتشون یا هر چیز دیگه ای.
So they just think that's just, high class people don't get emotional. They don't get like that. They just keep, staunch all the time.
آدمای فکر میکنن که آدمای سطح بالا هیچ وقت دچار چنین احساساتی نمیشن. اونا ثابت قدم هستن و همونجا ثابت وای میستن و اصلا همچین چیزی احساس نمیکنن.
But like the gopis, the greatest devotees, they're very emotional.
اما مثل گوپی ها اونها خیلی واقعا همیشه دچار احساسات خیلی شدیدی بودن.
Lord Chaitanya, he was so emotional.
لورد چیتانیا خیلی احساسی بودش.
So like one time he fell unconscious when he was leaving Vrindavan.
یه بار او حتی توی ورینداوان قش کرد.
And then, they were waiting and these Muslim soldiers came and they thought these people must have poisoned this sannyasi and they're stealing from him.
سربازای مسلمون رسیدن اونجا، فکر کردن که مردم اومدن به این سانیا سم دادن و او خورده و مثلا قش کرده یا مرده.
So they were going to arrest the devotees.
بنابراین رفتن دیوتی‌ها رو دستگیر کردن.
Then Lord Chaitanya woke up.
بعدش لورد چیتانیا بلند شد.
And these soldiers, they said, these people poisoned you and drugged you so you would be unconscious and they're stealing from you.
سربازا بهش گفتن که این آدما اومدن تو رو بهت سم دادن واسه تو قش کردی و
جو افتادی. These are my friends. These are my friends. And they're taking care of me, but I have some kind of not leprosy, like epileptic disease, so sometimes I fall unconscious and things like that. So they're helping.
گفتش که نه اینا طرفدارای من هستن، ولی من خودم یه جور مریضی دارم که در حقیقت
Then the Muslims, they had one.
اون باعث میشه که من بعضی مواقع قش کنم.
They had one priest with them.
اون چیزا سربازای مسلمان یه آخوند باهاشون بودش.
And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, discussed with him, and they all became devotees. He convinced them that Krishna was the Supreme Lord. And they surrendered. So that's the power of Lord Chaitanya. It might take us much longer to, but the idea is we've all surrendered also. We don't come from very pure backgrounds usually. We weren't free from sinful activities.
پس این وظیفه ما هستش که هممون بیایم تسلیم شیم و از اعمال گناه‌آلود تا اونجا که میتونیم پرهیز کنیم، دوری کنیم.
Those people think, you can't preach or teach anybody unless they have been pure brāhmaṇas their whole life or something. But these pure brāhmaṇas that don't know Krishna, then it's all useless. Even if they have all the 14 or whatever it is qualities of a Brahman, but they're not devotees of Krishna, then all those qualities are ultimately useless. You're not going to go anywhere at the end of life.
بعضیا فکر میکنن که کسی نمیتونه موعظه بکنه تا موقعی که خودش پاک باشه. مثالش همین برهمنه ها هستش. ولی برهمنه هایی هستن که همه این چیزها و تخصص ها رو دارن، اما به این مرحله از پاکی نرسیدن، چون عبودیت نرسیدن.
Is devoted to Krishna, even if they don't have all these so-called good qualities, they're better off in Krishna's eyes.
اما اگر که شخصی عبودیت به کریشنا رو داشته باشه اما این صفات رو هم نداشته باشه، باز کافیه.
And
همه چیز رو
that's repeated many times in the Srimad Bhagavatam. That
بارها این موضوع در شریماد بھاگواتام توضیح داده شده.
Prahlad in the 7th canto where he's offering prayers to Srimad, he also says that.
پرالاد دعاهای خودش رو توی کانتوی 7 به نرسیمادیو که تقدیم میکنه راجع به همین موضوع صحبت میکنه.
He lists off all these good qualities of a brahmana.
راجع به صحبت میکنه که صفات و کیفیات خوب برهمنه ها اینجا فایده ای نداره.
But if they're not doesn't come to the point of devotion to Krishna, then they don't have ultimate value.
اما اگه اونها به اون نقطه غایی عبودیت و عشق به کریشنا نرسن هیچ ارزشی ندارن.
So the brāhmaṇas don't like that, they think that, because they're born in the Brahmin family, they're automatically superior to everyone.
برهمن این رو خیلی دوست ندارن، به خاطر اینکه اونا فکر میکنن چون تو خانواده برهمن به دنیا اومدن به صورت اتوماتیک و خودکار از بقیه بالاتر و اعلاتر هستن.
But like I was just hearing Radhanath Swami talking.
ما شنیدیم که رادانات سوامی توی این موضوع صحبت کردن.
And he was saying he went to some big, sadhu convention in the Madhvacharya line.
ایشون با یک سادویی توی در حقیقت خط ماتاواچاریا داشتن صحبت میکردن.
So they have many big scholars in their line. They're also devotees.
توی خط ماتاواچاریا محققا و دانشمندان خیلی بزرگی هستن که عابد هم هستن.
But the number one is this Tejvar Swami.
نمبر وانشون شخصی هست به اسم کیشاوا سوامی. کیشاوا سوامی؟
Tejvar.
کیشوا.
Yeah. He took sannyas when he was 7 years old.
وقتی که 7 سالش بوده سانیاس گرفته.
He still carries the 7-year-old size danda.
Sorry, I don't get the point.
He still carries the danda that was the size when he was 7 years old.
از 7 سالگی چوب داندا رو با خودش حمل کرده.
So he said, that how Prabhupada done more, for spreading the teachings of Madhvacharya than anyone else has ever done. Anyone, all the other acharyas in their line, or anyone.
Sorry, there is some interruption. I don't get your point.
Yeah, something's going on. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's using a vacuum cleaner or something. Maybe somebody has their microphone on. In the group.
Sorry, some interruption here.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying maybe someone in the group has their microphone turned on.
Yes.
Tell everybody, please turn off your microphone.
فرج جون ببند در رسن ولش کن. Okay, thank you.
So
Now again, sorry.
yeah. So he was saying that no one has ever done anything close to Srila Prabhupada, all their previous acharyas and all of them now and everybody, to spread the teachings of Madhvacharya.
ایشون این در حقیقت سانیاسی که صحبتشون میکردن میگه که هیچ کسی هیچ کاری رو حتی تقریبا نزدیک شیلا پراپاد تا حالا نتونسته انجام بده.
And he even said that
و این حتی در مورد
the disciples of Prabhupada who are working to spread this mission, they're greater than any of us, he said.
و میگن که این حتی شاگردای شیلا پراپاد که این مسیر رو دارن ادامه میدن از ماهایی که توی خط متواچای هستیم بالاتر هستن.
So because he's actually a very advanced devotee, he sees the qualities, of devotion, not the, birth or any of those things.
ایشون که در حقیقت خودش یک دیووتی خیلی پیشرفته هستش، کیفیت عبودیت رو درک میکنه، نه کیفیت چیزهای دیگه و صفات دیگر رو یا تولد خیلی اعلی رو.
It's very hard for the Americans and everything to learn all the little cultural things of the brāhmaṇas, like sit this way and talk that way and eat this way and that way, and all these things. It has to be from life on life. And it's not important if you're trying to serve Krishna.
برای یک آدمی که متولد آمریکا هستش دونستن قواعد و قوانین اصیل ودایی که خیلی کار سختی هستش، چجوری بشینم، چجوری صحبت کنم، چجوری غذا بخورم، ولی اون اصل اساسی این هستش که من چجوری میتونم خدمت بکنم.
So it's saying in the purport that, by doing bhakti you contact Krishna.
توی در حقیقت شرح میبینیم که میگن که با انجام باکتی ما با کریشنا در تماس قرار میگیریم.
In Prabhupada's public speeches, he says so many times, you will see Krishna face to face.
توی سخنرانی پراپاد ما میبینیم که پراپاد میفرمایند دائما این رو تکرار میکنن که شما کریشنا رو چهره به چهره خواهید دید.
So Prabhupada is explaining here that detachment doesn't mean you don't do anything. It means you're not attached to negative things that don't help your spiritual life. You're attached to Krishna, you're attached to serving Krishna, hearing about Krishna, chanting about Krishna. That's real detachment. But some people will say, well, that's it. You're attached to that.
شیلا پراپاد همونجور که میبینید توی متن میگن که انقطاع به معنی در حقیقت نچسبیدن به چیزهای بد هستش، چسبیدن به خدمت کردن و شنیدن و کریشنا آگاهی و دعا کردن چیز خیلی خوبی هستش، در حالی که خیلی هم میان میگن که تو الان به این دلبسته شدی، به این شنیدن ذکر کردن.
By cultivating spiritual attachment, we get automatically detached.
با در حقیقت پرورش اون دلبستگی روحانی شخص به انقطاع واقعی دست پیدا میکنه.
So if you want to swim or go in a boat, you have to leave the land, right?
اگر که شما رفتین که شنا بکنید و قایق هستید باید قایق رو ترک کنید، بپرید تو آب.
You can stand there all lifetime with your one foot on the land and one foot on the sea and trying to have both, You won't go anywhere. So, this is the simple thing, bhakti. By just practicing bhakti, Vasudeva Bhagavati, by rendering service unto the personality of Godhead, immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Krishna gives it. Because we try to practice, Krishna gives it.
Krishna,
One way or another.
Sorry with interruption.
Yeah. Well, just the sloka
We
says,
don't get it.
okay. So it's way past the time anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 9 o'clock, after 9 o'clock for you.
Yes, yes.
So
Thank you so
do we have questions or comments or anything like that? Or?
سوالی پرسشی شرحی دوستان اسکایپی چیزی سوالی ندارن No question, Guru Maharaj. Much.
Okay, so
Hare Krishna.
I've left Vrindavan, now I'm
Yes.
in Bali, Indonesia.
Jai.
And
You are now in Bali?
yeah, I was in Vrindavan for the longest time I've ever stayed there.
Yes, I think it's about 3 months now. Yes?
Yeah, I first went there at the beginning of Kartik and then back and forth a few times. Then I stayed
Wow.
since the end of, right after Kartik. So
Okay.
I was, every day practically I was visiting Gunagai Maharaj and we would read Chaitanya Charitamrita for sometimes 2 hours. And I was
You visit where?
Gunagai Maharaj, we would read together. I don't get very much opportunity to sit with God brothers like that because where I go there aren't any around usually.
Okay. Wonderful.
So
Jai.
it was ecstatic doing that. That's the thing I remember the most about Vrindavan.
How is Gunagai Maharaj health? Maharaj, is he doing better with his cancer?
Well, it's still staying in one place, but so he's quite, quite healthy otherwise, but it's still there, and whatever this, the numbers are, it's starting to go up all of a sudden. The medicine he was taking, they told him it won't last, and now there's nothing else to take after that, so he's thinking what kind of Ayurvedic or something to do more. And he's completely prepared to stay in Vrindavan and leave his body, And every night in his house they have kirtan from 6:30 till 8 or 8:30. And many devotees come, so, in that way he's very happy. Okay?
Thank you.
So then-
Ashisha Gaurahari, do you have any question?
I was living about different path, and we as bhakti practitioners, we know that the bhakti is giving us something, the actual truth. However, practicing other types of yoga, they get to some extent we can say some immediate results, like they're healing their body,
Yeah.
they feel maybe temporarily nice. But in bhakti, sometimes initially maybe the first few years you get some new stuff, but after a while things are getting kind of when you hit to the anartha-nivriti, it sounds tough. What is your suggestion in this period, that how could we keep ourselves enthusiastic to go forward, because we don't know how long does that gonna take?
Don't think about it, just, don't worry. And associate with people who are enthusiastic, and then you'll stay enthusiastic also.
We somehow like hear some
right? And we're getting in more trouble again with the internet. So the association is like a touchstone. So associate with people who are positive and enthusiastic, and avoid association of people who are not and are, pessimistic about bhakti. And because those people usually, they want something material, and bhakti doesn't work very good for that. But you can't get any permanent results from the other things. You might get a little healthier, cure diseases, but some people get diseases cured also just by chanting. So, I think we better stop. We're getting cut off like every minute,
Okay.
All right?
Thank you, Danda Maharaj.
Thank you very much.
Next weekend, I hope.
Next weekend.
It's a problem.
I'm here for 6
Srila
weeks.
Prabhupada ki.
I'm here for 6 weeks to finish up this treatment I'm doing. Haribol.
Okay.
Glory
So-
to Prabhupada.
Your darshan and Srimad Bhagavatam class every Friday.
Thank you very, very much for desiring to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and giving me a chance to speak it, which is a very, amazing thing that you're allowed to speak Bhagavatam, even to hear it both. You have to do both, but, it's a special privilege. Gradually we can realize that more and more, the more we read it. All right?
Thank you.
Causeless mercy of the Lord.
Grant Raj, Srimad Bhagavatam
Useless
ki
without
jai.
the mercy. Okay. Nice. Thank you all out there. Many devotees. I don't know any of them, I think. Jagadambika, I know her. She's a very kind person, always glorifying devotees. And trying to encourage everyone. Chie, Bhakti Chie from Japan is there. Wow. And Gopati Das, I don't know. I was going to say one more thing. In Vrindavan, it's very hard for me when I see all the cows that are abandoned and eating garbage all the time. And I think, how Krishna loved the cows so much. This is Vrindavan, even around Govardhan, where Krishna praised Govardhan because he was providing, grass and everything for the cows. And there's so many cows eating garbage in the street. But then I realized today that really helped me to think of how much Krishna loves cows, and how somehow or other modern people were not getting that same, understanding what Prabhupada tried to give us, but that the cow is, by taking good care of cows, everything else is going to come really nicely. Okay, thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thank Mr. Zuckerberg, and so that we have all this facility to, meet with so many devotees at the same time. It's not, before you had to be with devotees physically, but there's still something special about that, and we should seek it out also. Hare Krishna.